What is going on, people? Ryan White back for High Point Music, and we've got a very, very cool solo guitar arrangement for you today. We're going to have a look at how to play Happy by Pharrell Williams. So there are some very, very cool aspects with this tune. The thing I particularly love about it is the gospel nature of it, with the call and response of all of the parts. We've got some bass riffing going on, got some good chord work, and of course we've got the melody sitting on top what we want to get across there. So people, let's drop this intro. We've got a lot to get through today and get stuck into today's lesson. The first part we're going to start breaking down today, people, is the first line of the verse. Let's jump in on the fretboard, and this is what we've got to look at. So we've got Alright people, so starting off from the beginning, first things first, on our guitar I have my capo set on the first fret to get this in the exact same key as the tune. And the first bit we're going to start breaking down today is Alright, so this opening line, let's get into it. So we start off with an open E major position like that, with our first finger on the first fret, third string from the bottom on the G. Our second finger then comes up on the second fret on the A string like that, and our third finger is dropping in on the second fret on the D string like that, and all the way through like that. But how we're breaking this one down is we're starting off just going 1, and we're hitting the top of that chord structure like that. So that's the first part we're going to go through today. So just 1, and then the next part we're going to take the bottom 3 strings, the G, the B and the E, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we're getting through those, we really want to put most of our effort on the strum over the B and the E string here in particular, because that's carrying the melody note for us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, bass, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. So moving on with that one, after we do that, we go, that's the melody part we've got there, which is simply the open B string like that, 1, 2. We're using our fourth finger on the third fret, on like that, and then simply the open E string there. So putting that all together with the voicing, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And last time people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B string, fourth finger on the third fret, and then the open E below. Next part, people, we've got going on is we go back and hit the top part of our E voicing here. I personally like to hit the top 3 strings like that to get a really thick, really rough sort of bluesy feel about this one. So that's what we're breaking down here. So we go 1, hitting these 3 strings like that, 1, and then for the second part we bring our 4th finger around and hit the 3rd fret like that. So we're going to 1, 2, like that, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 2, and then I'm jumping to an A5 power chord like that. So just hitting the A and the D string with our 1st finger on the 2nd fret on the D string. So we go 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret like that, and once more 1, 2, 3. Next part, people, we've got is a B5 power chord like that. So that's the 4th part. So 1st finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger or your 4th finger, depending which one you are most comfortable with, coming on the 4th fret there. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so once we've got that, let's look at 5 and 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 5 is the A5 power chord once again, and 6 is the G note, or the G, depending, let's forget Caposville, people. So 3rd fret on the E string like that. Let's not tie ourselves in knots. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. E, 3rd fret, A5, B5, A, and then 6 like that, which is the 3rd fret on the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Last one, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after we do that, it's bonusville for us all, because 7 and 8 are exactly the same as 5 and 6. So putting that together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the rhythm on that is 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got to hang on to our 7th note, which is the A5 power chord, and extend the length of that rhythm. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and again 5, 6, 7, 8, da 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 dum, ba 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 bum. That's the rhythm we got going there. So let's wrap up, put this whole first line together so you can all get a look at it, see what it's sounding like. So 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very cool, that one there. So the bonus for us, people, is the second line is exactly the same as the first line. So that's very, very cool. So that leads us right to the 3rd line there, where we can jump straight in and start breaking down that. So the cool thing about this is we start with the E major voicing again. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we're doing there is we're maintaining the exact same rhythm as we did in the 1st and the 2nd lines, but we're just placing our 4th finger onto the 3rd fret. I'll show you guys how that all fits together. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we're hitting the top 3 strings of the voicing and then the bottom 3 as we move on through the rest of the line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with our 4th finger on the 3rd fret like that. So once more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're borrowing the notes from the 1st and 2nd lines, where we go open B, 3rd fret, and then back to the open E string like that. So putting that together, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. So moving on from that, people, the bass notes are exactly the same as they were in the first and second. So that's more bonus material that we don't have to learn. So let's go ahead and look at the fourth line we've got coming up here. So we go. Alright, so we're going to break this one down, people. So we go our E major voicing like that, and then we place our fourth finger on the third fret on the B string like that. And what we've got going on is we go 1, 2, 3, open, open, where we're lifting our fourth finger up and playing the B string there. So 1, with it on the third fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and again, top 3 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and simply after that one, people, what we do is we jump down to our G string here and go 2, 0, 2, 0, and hit the open B string like that. So 2, 0, 2, 0, open B. So let's put that together. So E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 1, 2, 3. So where that leads us to now is the bass part. So the bass part coming up into the chorus, there's a little bit of a variation. Let's jump on in and I'll show you people how that works. So quite simply what we're doing is we go, that's all the same. Up to 5 and 6 is exactly the same, but on 7 and 8 we replace the A5 power chord and the third fret there with the open B string and the third fret on the B string like that, which leads us into the chorus. I'll show you how that works. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that there, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and last one. And then into our C major voicing like that. So very, very important with this one that you make sure that you pay attention to what number line that we are up to, because what can happen if you're not paying attention with the arrangement, you'll fall out of shape and you just will muck up that part and that transition getting into the chorus. But very, very important that you all take your time with this, get to know all of the parts, and then when you get to that fourth line, if you've been practicing it, taking your time and not rushing, you'll be able to grab that transition and get straight into the chorus. No worries at all. So people, let's jump in and take a look at this chorus section while we're here and get you playing through that. So the voicings we are going to need is, the first one is just an open C major, like that. First finger on the first fret on the B string, second finger on the second fret on the D string, and third finger on the third fret on the A string. Alright, the next voicing we're going to use for this one is an open B minor 11, which is our first finger on the second fret on the A string, and then our second finger comes down to the second fret on the G string and just moving through those bottom 5. So very, very nice sounding chord there with the 11th there in the note. Next voicing, people, is we're dropping our first finger down to make it A suspended, like that. So just first finger on the second fret on the D string, second finger on the second fret on the G string, like that. Lovely suspended sound there. And then the fourth one, really easy, just our E major, which we've already covered. So let's start breaking down what we're going to be doing with our left and right hands on this one. So the chorus, after we've just taken the little pickup from the bass transition, so it's O, 3, C, B minor 11, A sus. So let's break that down. So C major we go. So we go 1, open E string, fourth finger comes in on the third fret underneath, and then we go back to the open E string. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what happens, people, is we jump straight into our B minor 11. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So notice how I'm using my third and fourth fingers there to cut the sound short and really add emphasis and accent to these chord notes. So pay attention to that this time when we run through it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 on the B minor. And then we hit the open E string after that, and then I'd use my fourth finger. You could use your third if you're more comfortable, but that's onto the third fret on the B string like that. So putting that together, we go C, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, that little 1, 2 there. And last time with that, so C, 1, 2, 3. And then for the next bit, people, we drop our first finger down to the A suspended and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the A sus like that. So, and after we do those first 4, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We come back like that on the third fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into our E major like that. So I'll go really, really slowly through all of that, count it through so you can get your head around all those parts and start practicing it up. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, B minor 11, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, E, come up like that, and again, so C, 2, 3, 4, hit, B minor, 2, 3, open, A sus, three, and again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E, 2, 3, and last time, people. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, A, 2, 3, 4, 5, E. And then once you're really, really comfortable with that bit, to get back to running through that loop again of the chorus, what we do is open on the B string and then third fret like that. So let's put that together with the loop. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 on the B minor 11, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, we got B minor 11, 1 A sus, last one here, people, 1, 2, 3, so moving on to the next part of this chorus, we've got so the third time through, we've got a slight variation where we just use our fourth finger on the C major a little bit differently, where we go 1. So we're placing that fourth finger down on the third fret like that. And all we're doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So all of those parts stay the same. Let's run through, I'll put all of this together for the entire chorus section and then show you how it tails off so you can get back into learning the second verse. Let's jump on in. So 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. Second time through. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here's a variation. 1, 2, Last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So that's how we get out of that last bit, just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1. And then that will lead us straight back into the second verse. So people, that wraps up part 1 of Happy's arrangement. To get more parts, once you've mastered all those sections, make sure you jump into parts 2 and potentially 3 for this one, because it is a little bit of a long one. Smash those like, subscribe and share buttons if you haven't already, and appreciate the content we're putting together for you all. And if there's any questions you'd like to ask me, make sure you jump on, get the conversation moving on our YouTube channel or the blog if you're watching this on our website. I'm more than happy to hear how you're going with that and possibly ways which we can help you further with your guitar playing. If you would like to work with me in a one-on-one capacity, the best way to do that is to book an 8-week tailored video program where we work together with private video sessions for 2 months. So really great results to get with your playing with those. Other than that, people, practice up, have a heap of fun getting this one together, because it's a very, very cool tune to get under your fingers and playing well. I will see you all in part 2.